You let him play football?
It's more like smear the queer. The older boys are good with them. It's nice to see.
Yes, for people who are sociable. Real estate is all word of mouth.
Consider me a social butterfly.
I got roped into a game of frisbee tag for the last half hour.
We deal specifically with people who commit compulsive crimes.
Most likely he'd kill again. You know how it was in those days. We were talking about bedwetting.
I've been mulling this for ages now. I just kept putting it off. He heard about our convictions in the Devier and Salt cases, and based on that, he passed on the top floor of the Hoover building. Everybody's jockeying for position in the modern FBI. You'll be in excellent hands, Bill, and if you need anything, my office is at your disposal.
Bill, my intention in coming to the BSU was specifically to establish the work you're doing here as protocol, so...
And when we started using what we'd learned anecdotally, it was his,
instinct which guided you?
He gets things out of sociopaths that polite methods just don't. It would be more than detrimental to release Agent Ford, sir.
I want this unit to go from being a cold case call to the first call. You have a yearling with natural speed, but he's wild, ill-tempered. Geld him, he becomes more tractable. But it can take away his spark, the thing that makes him exceptional.
I have to take him at his word. But he says he's going to bat for us with OPR.
Well, we'll see.
A panic attack is a miscued fight or flight mechanism. You think it's a heart attack, but the body is just sending oxygen to organs that need it for defense.
I didn't have a heart attack?
The panic was protracted. We finally had to sedate you. You'll want to watch for panic disorder and repeat episodes. I can send you down the hall to look at ink blots, but my advice is manage your stress.
What brought you to the BSU, Dr. Carr?
Agents Tension Ford approached me
Not the
about...
mechanics. What enticed you to give up life in Boston to work in a basement cataloging the deranged?
But my work was with white-collar criminals. They're hyper-normal and incredibly subtle. So having a captive pool of subjects whose issues are profound was a singular opportunity.
I've spoken with Bill, who is extremely complimentary of your work.
His choices are always interesting, but he tends toward myopic and impulsive.
And yet successful. Agent Ford needs to be able to make choices during interviews, which may be atypical.
Are you asking me to condone unprofessional behavior?
Not at all. I'm asking you to help me prevent it, but without stifling his intuition.
Very DC. Gonna be honest like stink on shit. But if we walk the straight and narrow, we might be okay.
What you're gleaning from these interviews is groundbreaking. Nothing derails an initiative faster than an OPR investigation.
I took full responsibility.
I'll make it go away, but I need total transparency. You will have a direct line of communication with me, but I want your assurance I will never be blindsided.
I feel we should clear the air.
Which air would you like to clear?
With OPR, I took full responsibility for suggesting the transcripts be altered. That will not hang over any of you.
I was completely honest as well. That you put all of us at risk just to soothe your delicate conscience?
Is this about Greg?
No. Why do you say that?
Playing him like that, it could have been handled better.
I thought with Shepard leaving, we should start with a clean slate.
I don't think that Bill sees anything as clean, especially now that FBI tribal law's been broken.
At least now he knows you didn't leak the tape.
That was between Bill and me, and we could have all done without the public stoning.
I don't have a problem with Greg, now that I know his limits.
His limits?
He has a particular moral code. At least now we can anticipate that.
What precipitated the episode? Panic attacks are often brought on by feelings of acute vulnerability. Psychopaths are extremely manipulative, and he knows you, so he would know exactly your areas of sensitivity. When we empathize with a psychopath, we actually negate the self. We deny our own beliefs about decency and humanity, and that can be very dangerous.
I can handle it.
Are you sure? Places a lot of stock in Holden. Actually, he charged me with keeping him on rails.
Really? We all want to bag one of the top 10 most wanted.
You went out on a limb and championed bold, new ideas. Sure.
Do you honestly believe I'm retiring? You vain, glorious little shit. I'm being forced out because somebody has to take the fall for your insubordination, reckless lack of judgment, and titanic
vanity? Is all of that fresh-scrubbed earnestness just an act, or are you truly oblivious to the wreckage you leave in your wake?